sound that all men love.
Oh yeah, Rx7 edition.
See, that's what I'm talking. Virginer. Give me some of that virginer.
Just don't understand.
Damn, you think when they did the green hair, they were already at rock bottom, but this chick turned on record and started drooling for y'all. It's getting serious in the hood. This better be about a dog.
That was so fun.
I think this is hers.
Every woman that you've been with that has hurt you, used you, cheated on you, stolen from you, whatever it is, she showed you her red flags from day one. You chose to ignore them. So these women always, and myself included, we show men all of our red flags. Now we pick the man that allows us to get away with the most nonsense. What will happen is a man with boundaries can only be with a woman who doesn't have many red flags because they're a perfect match. She doesn't do too much. He doesn't tolerate too much. They work really well. But a woman filled with red flags will only select a man who's filled with low self-esteem.
Alright, well, I'm gonna keep it real. This chick is not a psychologist. She completely full of shit. Like, basically, like, coping, trying to make excuses for him. But the one thing is true is that the girls will be showing their red flags, and you'll be so hung up on the lust part of this shit, you won't see it. And I can personally look back at my relationships and see that repeatedly they were doing bullshit, like not taking accountability and responsibility, being uncooperative, being disrespectful. And you're thinking, man, this bitch got an attitude, and then she doesn't a couple days later. It's like, that's those little red flag signs that she's saying that they always told you. So I'd be ill-advised to say that isn't true, that the girl shows you the red flags the whole time and you just ignored it. But sometimes they got a fat butt.
Part in making our society better, there's one really important thing that they need to do. Stop lying to each other. Is your friend not attracting any men? Well, instead of telling her that she's brave and beautiful, maybe tell her she's a bit chunky and a gym routine might make a difference. Is your other friend wondering why all of her flings are dropping like flies? Well, instead of affirming her claims that all of them are toxic narcissists, you could tell her that she's a bit difficult and she could benefit from being less of a bitch. You see, this lying has nothing but negative consequences. It ruins women by keeping them in unhealthy patterns, and it paints men in a bad light and makes dating such a stressful environment.
Well, honesty is the best policy. But ladies, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sometimes y'all say like, oh, the dude, he just hit it and quit it. Man, he's a piece of shit. But sometimes it wasn't right. Like, you got naked, shit didn't look good, or something smelled bad. There's a problem, and it wasn't associated with the guy has a bad character. It's associated with that what he never wants to do that again because it was bad. I'm just letting you know.
This is my 1993 Mazda RX-7, and I have a 2006 Viper V10 drivetrain in it. So I've got about 5 years and 5,000 hours into this build. I bought it just as a completely gutted shell, and I did the Shine Auto wide body kit on it, and then just completely cut the car apart and build the car around the drivetrain. So I had to do custom subframe, custom oil pan, oil pickup, transmission tunnel, firewall, all the gears, all the shifter, and I mean, it worked. Everything works out. It's just everything was a problem. So this is the only finished Viper swap RX-7 that I know of right now. So there's no way that you can go online and just Google how to fix a problem. So it's just a lot of time figuring it out yourself. Exactly. Yeah. So you just keep hitting it with a hammer till it works. Yeah.
And how does it feel like after driving? Like,
it drives really good.
Yeah.
So the biggest misconception people have with this is they think the weight distribution is going to be really wrong. The thing though is it's only about 150 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Because the 13B that comes out of it is all cast iron, and this is all aluminum instead.
Okay.
So it's about a 1 to 2% weight shift in the car. And I did custom spring rates throughout, new Fortune Auto coilovers, and then Ford 8.8 independent rear suspension in the back. So it handles really good, it pulls hard, makes about 550 foot-pounds of torque, 550 horsepower, and it's about 500 pounds lighter than the Viper that it came out of.
Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. That's the key.
My life's all about perspective, baby, and well, I used to have to lie to myself and really play a game, but now it's all natural. This dude's on point. I really like this guy. I listened to him for a long time. And another genius is born.
The truth is in her phone. About everything. The truth is in her phone. The guy writes me and says, check my ex-wife's phone, broke my false perception of her, and it showed me the truth. I regret nothing. I refuse to waste a second more time with a cheater. Men, or if you are in a serious relationship, always check her phone. Never waste your time with a hoe.
Man, I used to be against looking in the phone, but I've seen too many of these fucking videos. Next time I'm looking through the phone, I'm gonna find it.
Because all I want in life is old rich man with money and few years left to live. But you know what's not shallow, baby? This pool that I'm lounging in on a Tuesday afternoon while you're at work. Now I understand that might not seem fair, and that's why I always say life's a bitch, marry rich. Go find rich husband, baby.
Damn, I think she's onto something, because I'm at the house on Tuesday right now making these videos for y'all. Now all I need to do is find me a rich bitch. Alright, y'all, let's see what I got for you today. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed that RX-7 edition. Man, when I was a kid, I ended up getting RX-7. The first car I ever built was this 1970 long bed Chevy, really. I was like 15. I had that thing built out before I got my license, but even before that, I had bought a 64 Nova, but I had it sitting in the driveway, and some guy came and offered me triple for it, so I took that before I could even build the damn thing. But when I was a kid, around the corner they were selling this RX-7. It was a white convertible, an 88. And, well, shortly thereafter, I met this guy named Peter, a Slovakian guy that knew how to build those motors. And, we bought a coupe car, and it was a turbo coupe car, and they never made a turbo convertible. So we took all the shit off of that car, rebuilt the engine. We had to splice the wiring harness and all kinds of stuff, and we made a turbo convertible RX-7. Well, I was young and dumb as hell, and this thing had the smallest trunk you ever seen. I put a 15-inch sub in there by making a triangle box, and you had to put the sub in the box and then screw it in the car, and you couldn't get it out. The only way to get it out is to take the sub out of the box and pull it out again. That thing was so fucking loud and hit so hard it was retarded. Well, later on, I ended up buying one of the FD RX-7s, and I had bought a 93 R1, no sunroof, red. I was going to build the car out, but one of my friends came along and told me, hey, if you sell this car, you can start this business and make triple your money. So I fucking did, and I did make triple my money. I fucking made a shit ton of money. So I never ended up buying one again, but man, I sure would like to buy one and put one of the LS engines in it, like straight out of a Corvette. That thing would rip. So maybe that dream will come true one day. Hope you all enjoy the RX-7 edition. Let us know your favorite car in the comments. As always, I appreciate you tuning in, and we're going to see you on the next one.